We're previewing Manchester United's next match against the Gunners. So we're playing the Gunners, the Arsenal Gunners of London. In London at Emirates Stadium, sir, Wednesday, December 4th. Big game. Ruben Amorim, biggest match yet as Manchester United manager. And expectations, they should be low. Arsenal playing very well. Another year where they're not going to win the title. Looks like Liverpool are running away with it at the moment.
No.
But they're a great team, and they played some great football under their manager. Haven't won a lot, but they're going to be fit and firing. They've had our number. I think we've only won one of the last 5, one of which was a heartbreaker last season, the 3-1 where they won it late. But I think Ruben Amorim and his lads feeling frisky. Arteta, he's like Arteta's foil. I kind of like it. He's younger, a little suaver, a little chiller. I'm excited for this match. It's a big one.
More trophies.
I love beating the gun. He hasn't won more trophies. United's won more trophies over the last 2 years than they have. So it's a big opportunity for us to keep the momentum going. But if we gets derailed and we lose against the Gunners, I still want to see something. I want to see some fight because this is probably a little too soon to expect a 3 points or a 1 point would be a great result against Arsenal. But how are we feeling going into this big game for United as the holiday season's already getting going, sir? Midweek, December 4th against Arsenal.
I got the wife is putting up the tree as we speak. Shout out to the podcast for keeping me out of dealing with all
Lucky
of that. So I get to just for the pod, I get to skip a little bit of that. So I'll come and I had to get the tree down out of the garage.
I'll just do.
I had to get on the
crowning
dangerous
victory.
ladder.
I'll just do the star. I'll just end it. I'll just spike the football.
No, I had to climb up the ladder, get the tree from the garage attic, do all the dangerous stuff. But once I get everything out, and then I can come here, do the pod. But what do I think about Arsenal? We got to worry about ourselves here. Ruben Amorim, obviously it's away. I'm not going to be going to, the Emirates is such a great environment. No, stadium sucks. Been there many times. Too far away. It's just the way it's built. I hope they don't go that way. It's kind of like a Wembley. You're just a little too far away from the pitch. So I'm not afraid of going there. It's more of the caliber of football that Arsenal's going to play. And I just want to make sure that Amorim, which I know he's a stubborn Portuguese bastard, speaking from one stubborn Portuguese bastard as well, he's got to play the way that we played against Everton against Arsenal, right? He's got to really just say, hey, this is how we're playing, and we're going to play against the best teams this way, and we're not going to, we're going to try to take it to them. That's just what United should be doing. He's not going to coach for the result and sit back and give Arsenal 70% of the ball. That's not what we should do. We should not overthink this. We should try to go toe-to-toe. We could probably lose 5-2 or something like that, but we should be okay with it because we're going to have to find the level. And the only way you can find that level of where we need to be from a fitness, from a chemistry, and just work rate perspective is trying to play that way against Arsenal. And I want to come out. I want to go at them. And I want this to be a learning experience for Manchester United at the moment because that's where we are. We're building.
I think it will be a learning experience. This is a different caliber club than Ruben Amorim has played as Manchester United manager, right? 4 games in, he's played some easier teams. We've gotten 2 wins and a draw. Good start. But now we're getting to the real meat of the bone, which is second best team in the country at the moment. One of the best teams in the country over the last 3-4 years. And I have to agree with you. Let's go for it. It'd be great to go there and kind of be cagey and go for a point. I'd rather see United show glimpses of the future, even if we can't do it for 90 minutes or even 45 minutes, but just show some glimpses about where this manager wants to take this team and this club in order to compete at the highest level going forward. And even if we fail, there is an intention behind it, right? There's a goal. He's trying to build something. You can already see that. You can already see the pieces starting to come together and knowing hey, it's going to take a lot more work. But this will be the first opportunity to go against a real big boy team who's going to come at United, who has established their own style of play over the last 5 years since their manager's been in there. Now 5 years. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. If it was Eric Ten Hag rolling into this game, it'd be holy fuck. But Ruben Amorim, bro, hey, it'll be fun. It's going to be an entertaining watch.
I'm going to say he's the man with the plan because everybody knows what he's trying to do already. It's incredible. This is game 4 under the manager. But before we get into it proper, quick PSA for the podcast. You like the American Devils? Check out our YouTube channel, American Devils on YouTube. Please subscribe, help out with the algo. Also, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils. Over 100 Patreon subscribers, keeping the lights on here. You want to support independent fan content, go the extra mile. Check out our Patreon page, behind the scenes episode every single month. Tons of other benefits. Check it out. Also, check out our store. If Patreon's not your thing, you can grab a scarf, shirt, sticker, beanie, trucker hat, very popular. Also, the beanies in the wintertime are amazing. Support the pod, support this great team heading into this crucial set of fixtures. And visit our website, americanreddevils.com. Tons of fan blog content there to wet your beak. Top Muppets blogging all day, americanreddevils.com. And check out iTunes and Spotify. Also, please rate us 5 stars.
Goes a long way. Goes a long way. You write those 5-star reviews, helps us get found organically by other top Muppets like yourself. Even better, we're giving away free merch. Write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. If you take a screenshot of that review and send it to americanreddevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free gears and right to your door anywhere in the world. 5-star Reds on iTunes. Keep it coming. Let's see those 5-star Reds. Wednesday, sir. Midweek. Big game. Big game. It already feels like the holidays, and it's just early December. Let's get into it.
That's right. We're talking Manchester United versus Arsenal. Wednesday, December 4th, 12:15 p.m. Pacific. These midweek games are killing me. We got day jobs here in the United States. It's like sneaking, watching them on your computer monitor. Never easy when you got a lot of work to do. And the kids, we're 9th in the table. Arsenal 2nd.
Only 6 off. Only 6 off. Right there. Right where we want to be.
But it's that goal differential. You got 12 to Arsenal, 4 to the good for Manchester United. We'll take that.
Take it all day.
They've won 7. We've won 5. We're not far off the mark, but this is probably a bridge too far. We're going to the Emirates in London. Been here a bunch of times. Very nice facility. Not the best stadium, like I said. If you just look at
it's a nice like
it's kind of like a
facilities.
bowl-based
It is a
stadium.
bowl.
So
It's
it's
a
like
bowl.
the crowd is very far away from the pitch, and it's very soft, kind of like the Gunners, sir.
Well, the fans are soft, no doubt. We did the club lounge for what was it, a season and a half ago, when they got drubbed by Brighton at the end.
That was the end of their. They thought they could win the title, and that Brighton game was the nail in the coffin.
They'd already blown it. I mean,
No,
they'd
that
already
was
blown
it. We were there, like we were like spies
That was the
behind
end of
enemy
it.
lines, and we were watching them lose the title in real time, sir. And don't worry, all American Red Devils, you know, I was there trolling them, being like, "Arteta's the best. He's gonna figure it
This
out.
guy
Don't
couldn't
worry,
help
guys."
himself. And the good thing is,
You
it's
were like, "Shh." You were like,
so they're like some of the softest fans around. So like nobody was saying that.
No, but you were so worried. You were like, "Shh."
Well,
You're
I don't
like,
have troll just running through my veins all the time, even when I'm on vacation. Weather. How's the weather going to be? Mid-40s, sir. I love this stadium. We're going back. By the way, we're going back in
You don't
January.
have troll running through your veins. All right,
Only,
let's go.
only when I'm in New Jersey trying to change lanes, bro. Elbows out. We're going to be going to the Emirates for a Wednesday night fixture, sir. Champions League nights as a neutral. That'll be fun. Weather for Wednesday. It is going to be mid-40s. Chance of rain in the evening, so should stay dry. But it should be on the cooler weather, good football weather. It'll be beautiful. Where are we eating? Alex's Scran Watch. We're eating at Trullo Italian restaurant by the Emirates. 15 minutes walk. This is where I'm taking John. First night in London in a couple months before we go see Champions League game. Pasta looks pretty good. Give me some of that, sir.
I don't know about the just green squigglies with the egg here, but
Bro, this guy doesn't know shit
like-
about food. This guy acts like he's some kind of gourmand,
raw
bro.
egg.
Like,
You gotta eat raw egg. Get me
you
out
don't
of here.
even know if it's raw.
So you got a cheeseburger. Regardless, sir.
Yes. Every place, don't worry. You'll run out of cheeseburgers in England.
Arsenal FC. They were the first club from Southern England to join the Football League in 1893. They reached the first division in 1904. And in 1886, they were founded by munitions workers at the Royal Arsenal in Woolwich. And they were founded as a club in Dial Square. And in 1913, the club crossed the city to Arsenal Stadium in Highbury, becoming the neighbors of Tottenham Hotspur, which they contest the North London Derby. Obviously, they don't like each other. Motto of the club is victory through harmony. They haven't found much harmony or victory as they've been losing title after title. But it was exciting seeing Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson go at it back in the day. Obviously, they've had some good players come through the ranks at Arsenal, but they have always underperformed. not quite a Tottenham level set of chokers, but Arteta is looking to be a bluffer. Only won the FA Cup, played a lot of good football, just couldn't get him over the line. I'm going to say they definitely have choked a league or two.
Yeah, they've come a long way. Cronky Sports, American Owner, they seem to get it right sooner than the Glazers didn't get it right. They just sold a controlling stake to a minority owner. But the Cronkies seem to put in a real DOF who just got snagged by Nottingham Forest, I believe, who was getting a lot of shine, ado. And they built a good squad, really good squad. They made some good signings. They played some great football, but they'll never get as close under this manager, I think, as they did, 2 years ago when they basically were winning the league for 10 months or 9 months, and they blew it in the last 5 weeks of the season. So I don't know, sir. I don't know where they're going to go, but I don't think they're winning a title with Arteta.
Look, it's not over yet this year, but Liverpool, everything seems to be going the Scouse Bastards way, penalties for fun every time. I mean, it's killing me. It just doesn't even make sense. But they're going to hit some tough luck. Every team does, and you never know where Arsenal's going to be. I'm not going to write them off. I'd prefer them versus the Scouse Bastards to win it. So, let's just see where everybody settles. And, I always say, don't look at the table till after Christmas because the table doesn't really tell you much until then, because obviously City is cooked right now. They could be roaring back tons of games. Obviously, Liverpool's flying high. Arne Slot could slot down a peg or two if they hit some injuries or some bad form. So you never know how it's going to be. December's a big month in the league, and we could chip up as well.
No, it's a really good point. In a month, we'll know. It's December 1st. We'll know a lot better on Jan 1st because, like you said, we're going to play 5-6 games in the league alone between now and then. So big games for United. This is a big one, big test down in London. They're going to be up for it. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like they've gotten our number and gotten some luck as well in some of these games, and I think we're due for a little luck.
No, our defense isn't going to hold playing the open style that Amorim wants us to, and we're going to concede. But regardless, let's hear a little bit about Arteta and his tactical setup here.
So his whole thing since he's been manager has been about defensive solidity, controlling possession, and he likes those swift transitions. So in defense, he likes to be really compact. We've seen that when we played them in the past, unified team that can apply pressure collectively. So they like to press high as a team. And at the same time, on offense, they like to be creative, versatile. He likes players that can play all over the pitch, positional, really technical, kind of like Pep. But obviously not as effective because he's a watered down version of Pep Guardiola. So let's get into their summer signings. They had not a huge window, right? We spent double they did.
Raheem Sterling,
Yeah, Raheem Sterling. There was the way. Obviously, they got Jadon Sancho, so the best player in the EPL. Now, the big signing was Calafiore, the left back that they bought as their top signing this summer. They also brought in Mourinho, kind of a bunch of pots and pans. Or they made the David Raya transfer permanent from Brentford. Sterling, Sancho.
They didn't get Sancho.
No, Sancho. I'm mixing. I don't even know what I'm going on.
We're
looking at the wrong thing.
We're looking at a list of players that they signed. Sancho's not on it.
They should have gotten Sancho because he would have been so good on Arsenal.
No, but the Sterling one is interesting. Where I thought United should have made a move because now you think of the left wing back, Sterling would probably feature for us. And he's not really featuring for Arsenal, but like I said, these signings they look a little tapped out. Results coming in, Arsenal lost to Inter 1-0, drew Chelsea 1-1. Chelsea is high flying. Arsenal 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. They cooked Sporting 5-1 in the Champions League, but that's after Amorim was there, so it doesn't matter. And then 5-2 to West Ham yesterday. They're high flying. It's midweek. There's going to be some rotation. Unfortunately for us, Kobe Mano can't feature.
Neither can Martinez. That's going to be a big one out. But I think, Luke Shaw will probably fit in at center back. We'll look at it in a second, but let's get into that record against Arsenal, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty even. We've won 101, 50 drawn, 89 lost. First time we played, we drew Newton Heath versus Woolwich, Arsenal 1894. We go way, way back. And like you said, sir, they've had the better of the results recently. Won 4, lost 1. That means United's lost 4 and only won 1 against them. So we're probably going to add another loss on the table. Their formation that they play, 4-3-3. This was against West Ham. Kai Havertz, Saka, Trossard, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard. I mean, you just look at that team. Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori. That's a really good team. That's a really that maybe not a title-winning team, but this is a solid top 2, top 3 EPL team with depth. You look at the bench: Raheem Sterling coming on, Jesus coming on, Zinchenko coming on. This is where we want to be in this level of a squad.
No, I think you said it right. This is a top 2, 3 squad. It's not I don't think it's a number 1. I don't think Kai Havertz as your number 9 is going to get you there, bro, against like fucking Erling Haaland. But finished second or third, and they've probably been overperforming. But Saka is having a tremendous year. Gabriel is scoring all the time from corners. We know how good Rice is. I think Trossard was a great signing for them at the money. So they're going to be fit and firing. They play a system. They're ready to rock. Everyone's fit. It's going to be a big game for United. I just hope we can show some glimpses of it. I'm not expecting us to win, but I want to see glimpses of what is coming down the pipe with this manager.
Saw a tweet that might get you a little fired up here, sir. It's the fire.
The fire rises.
Try me. It takes a lot these days.
So I think it was Gabriel has scored as many goals as Bruno Fernandes since the start of last season. 7 goals for each player.
There you go.
Yep. I like nothing. You got no
nothing.
fire rises. You got
No,
that's
got
like
nothing.
hard to. It's not hard to swallow. Like
I guess we should have gotten more penalties. Bruno's worst year, probably whatever, since he's left Italy.
I can get the fire right. I can get you.
Hey, you want to?
I love how
I
you
got
get
one
fired
for
up.
you.
I
I got
love
one
how
for
you
you. We could have signed Gabriel for 20 million pounds, and we didn't. Da-da, ding.
No, I know that.
Yeah, there you go.
I have an
That's
article.
hilarious.
I have an article on americanreddevils.com why we should have signed him at the time. But it's one of those things where Bruno needs. We need a little more from Bruno.
How has he done since the last manager got? He's been terrific.
Been playing
He's been
well,
outrageous.
but like this team is better when Rashford's on the score sheet. This team is better when Bruno's on the score sheet. I'm just gonna say it.
How did last year go? Not a good year.
Not a good year. Player to watch.
Saka's killing it this year. I think he's got like an insane amount. He's already got 10 assists in 12 games this year for the Gunners. 5 goals as well. So he's in great form. Probably one of the best right wingers in the world on form at the moment. So we got to stop Saka. It's going to be a big test for the left-sided of the 3 center backs. Big test for Delo. I would put in.
Delo Shaw is probably going to be there, but that's going to be a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Referee Samuel Barrett.
There you go.
There you go. What a haircut. This guy only refed us once, but it was the 2-1 against Brentford. Nothing really meaningful. No fumbles from there. Haven't had any videos surface online, so the guy seems decently solid. So
He's got bumping rails.
a big nothing burger from the ref. But what about the United formation? We were talking about it. We came out today with Maz, DeLitt, Martinez. Obviously, Martinez is out. I think Luke Shaw is going to slot in there. He has to be fit. He's come on every game. Come on, Luke Shaw. And then midfield, Manu won't feature. I think you're going to see Ugarte come in. And it'll be interesting. I think he does the Rasmus, Rashford, Fernandez. I think that's going to be the plan.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of subs, actually. I think it's Ugarte for Manu, like you said, Martinez for Shaw, and Højlund for Xerxes. And I think that's it. Maybe, I don't think he's going to take off. I don't think he's putting Garnacho. I think he'll use him as a sub. I don't know.
I think Garnacho's a sub I like.
I think that's fine. I think that's a good 11. And
No, but it'd be like a Højlund Garnacho sub.
Yeah, you hook Højlund early because he's going to try and fight Gabriel. That's probably the problem is like he's going to try to get a tussle match with their center backs who are excellent. Saliba's one of the best center backs in the world right now. So I do worry about Højlund.
Here comes the money, 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 money.
Odds have moved, sir. The odds have even moved since I did the agenda earlier today, sir. Woo, let's get into it. Minus 230 for the Gunners at home, plus 370 for the draw, and plus 600 now is plus 550 as of 6 hours ago for United on the road against the second best team in the league, sir.
I just want to say before we get into the match prediction game here, Alex is showing life. Amorim has
Just
come
like
in.
this team, baby. Ruben,
So
let's
like
fucking
I was
go,
like
baby.
so if everyone who is listening,
gloating
if
son
you
of a-
want to see it, you can see it on YouTube. We have a chart of the prediction points total. And Alex, since Amorim has come on, he's gotten 2 of 3. You were dead. Like you were just basically like buying me a
Still
steak.
dead.
Now all of a sudden, for the first time ever, you got one right. I got it wrong. I said that
I
Everton
know,
would
you
do it.
tie.
So now we have a situation here. We have a race. I'm gonna say we have a race here on the podcast, 49-18. And this is a big result. I gotta go with the loss. I'm gonna say Arsenal 3-1. United play well though. 3-1 that we're proud of. What about you?
Instant classic 3-2. Manchester United fight back, get a giant win against the Gunners, sir, and Ruben Amorim and his new era at Manchester United just goes full Muppet. People start losing their fucking minds before we drop points against Forest 2 days later. Why not, sir? Muppet's got a Muppet. Muppet's got a Muppet, and that's what a Muppet does.
Hey, Muppet doesn't want to buy steak, so I see.
I'll buy you steak
I see
anytime,
where you're
any
going. I
day.
see where you're headed with this one. But look, that is it. That is the podcast. Let us know what you think the score prediction will be down in the comments below. It's going to be a big game for this manager and players, and we have tons of fixtures coming in December. We're going to keep you posted here on the pod, on YouTube, on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you can listen. Support the podcast, americanreddevils.store, americanreddevils.com for your blog content, and patreon.com/americanreddevils to support the podcast. We need it. We couldn't even record a remote pod because my laptop so old, sir. Need to upgrade a lot of the equipment here, but we're doing our best on all fronts. Give us our top 10 downloads the last 7 days.
Number 1, how you doing? Chicago, Illinois, Dublin, Ireland, Los Angeles, California, Melbourne, Australia, New York, Philadelphia, PA, Brooklyn, New York, Oslo, Norway, Charlotte, North Carolina, and last but not least, Manchester, England. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Big game on Wednesday. Let's give it to the Gunners. Let's get a big win. Let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to it, sir. Let's see. We've seen it all. We won a lot. Man United were never.